Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's get some new update. Latest immigration news. What's going on? Let's get some update. Do we have a new update? Yes, we do have a new update. We got some great news and some bad news. So let's get right into it. How are you? How are you feeling? Let's see on USCIS first of all. How are you feeling? This lovely Thursday. This lovely Thursday, September 5th. Okay. Hello, how are you? How are you feeling? Hello, how are you? Arthur Frankowski, how are you? How are you feeling? This lovely Thursday. We got a couple of news to discuss. Just waiting for some people to get in so we can get started. I know it's gonna midday, but you know, I do the live session when I'm available. Yeah, I don't have a set schedule. I try, but it's practically impossible. That's why you see me. Sometimes you don't see me. So it's pretty much because I can't have like a set schedule. But what you can do is just like um, hit the notification bell. So you'll be notified anytime we get here or anytime we upload. So get notified. Okay. Hello, good afternoon. We're going to talk about the latest immigration news, what's going on. We're going to start with parole in place. What is the latest news on parole in place? Let me just share my screen and pull up this article so we can discuss it. Okay, this is my screen here. Okay. Okay, judge leaves temporary block on Biden legalization program for immigrant spouses. Okay, that was yesterday. Washington on September, that's the Reuters, they're saying that a U.S. judge on Wednesday left in place a temporary block on Biden administration legalization program for immigrant spouses of U.S. citizens. Simply means that they extended the 14 days again. So the decision by Texas-based U.S. district judge maintains a pause on the program until September 23 to allow the legal briefing and the possible hearing. So each side they're fighting for it. So they extended again the temporary injunction. So to allow everybody to come up with their argument as to why some people will say why they have to get rid of it, and some people will say why it has to continue. So that's why, meanwhile, they have to work on their argument, and they put a pause on it again until September 23rd. Yeah, as you know, the Biden administration opened application last month for keeping families together program, which offers a path to citizenship to around 500,000 immigrants who went to the U.S. illegally if they were married to U.S. citizens. But you know, Texas and a coalition of U.S. states with Republican attorneys general sued to end the Biden program, saying it's overstepped the executive branch authority to grant legal immigration status to people who enter unlawfully and circumvented U.S. immigration law. So that's what they're saying. It's illegal. They have to stop it. So as you know, immigration is a top voter concern heading into the November election. Keeping families together provides a path to citizenship to immigrant spouses who enter the U.S. illegally. If they have at least 10 years of residency. Without this option, many will need to leave the U.S. for years before being able to return legally. Yeah, so they stop it again. So they're just gonna wait until the argument gets in. September 23rd, we will know for sure what's gonna happen to it. But that's not gonna be the end of it. But you know, it's a litigation, so it takes some time. Let me get some questions first before we continue. Okay, do we have questions? Okay. Hello, Bijoux. Hey, hi, how are you? How you feeling? Hi, Bijoux. Hi, how are you? Adechi, how you feeling? Annie. Hi, Annie, how are you? How you feeling? 13 people in the house, please like, please share. We're talking about the latest immigration news. But meanwhile, if you have a question, you can ask it. Let me put my link here. You can either ask it live or you can just post it here, up to you. We are talking about the latest immigration news. The first news is that the PIP program, the temporary injunction got extended until September 23rd, okay? But meanwhile, USCIS is still taking applications. The reason got extended is because the judge in Texas wants both parties to bring their argument, okay? To give them some time to submit their legal brief, meaning what? The argument. Because, you know, one side want to stop it, the other side want it to continue. But meanwhile, they have to defend it in court. So that's why the judge is allowing them to bring the argument. But meanwhile, it has to stop until they hear both parties. Yeah, that's just how litigation works, okay? Nothing we can do about it at this point. If you have a question, just put it in the comment while I come up with other news, okay? That's the first news. But we still have other news, you know. So if you have a question, put it in the comment. Meanwhile, you can like and share while we come up with other news. She said, any good news? Yeah, we got other news. Hopefully those other news are better, right, than this PIP news. So let's try to find out those other news. Okay. Let's try to find out about those other news. Okay. Okay, so let's see this one. Yeah. So this news basically talking about the D3 waiver process that's gonna help over 1 million dreamers. Okay. And how does it work? Basically, the way it's gonna play out is that if you have, let's say, a job offer, you're a dreamer, which means you're under DACA, you have a work type of offer, job offer, and you have to get the visa outside of the United States. So what usually happens is that you have to go outside to get it. But the thing is, because of inadmissibility issues, as far as unlawful presence is concerned, you might not come back. And some other inadmissibility issues has to be waived. So therefore, the D3 is going to help you waive that. But how are you going to go about it? Again, once you have a job offer, you get advance parole. Once you get the interview date, and the officer there, the consulate is going to recommend a waiver. And once they recommend it, then you're going to apply for it. Okay? Okay. So what else? So DACA and DACA parole and advance parole are under threat, and beneficiaries should understand all options before it's too late. There are two imminent threats to DACA: the possibility of a second Trump administration. So basically, if Trump comes back, they're gonna just end DACA, even for those who have it. Or the possibility that the Supreme Court could overturn DACA. So yeah, DACA is always under threat. What exactly can you do? Maybe I should share my screen on this one. Let me share my screen so you know what I'm talking about here. Okay, let me share my screen so you know what I'm talking about. Oh, we have Ailey. Ailey want to ask a question. Let me put Ailey first on the stage. Oh, go ahead. We're listening. Hello, Eli. Eli, Ellie. Are you here?
Oh, yes, I'm here. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I just have a one question.
Sure, go ahead.
That yeah. So my question is, uh, I filed for my VAWA in February. So when would I expect my employment authorization?
So February of this year.
Yes, of this year.
Did you file it concurrently with the green card application and the work permit application?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, usually right now that's not taking that long. If you file concurrently, you were supposed to get it like within 90 days. If you're not getting it, I suggest that you email them. Because
Okay.
yeah, if you call them, they're not gonna answer because they don't answer over the phone. Emailing or sending a actual letter.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you were supposed to get it already. Like currently, they're taking like 90 days to 180 days. If you file it in February, it's like
Uh,
March, April, May, June.
okay.
Yeah, you
Thank
were
you so
supposed to
much.
get your work permit already, really, because you file concurrently and you put C9, right?
Yes, C9 exactly.
Yes, you should follow up with them either in writing or by email, or you can get like the congressman's office involved to follow up for you for the work permit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're supposed to get it already.
Okay, thank you so much. We really appreciate you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye. Okay, so we got who else we got here? Let's see. No good news for many years. Yeah. Can I speak to you live? Yes, you can speak. The link is here, right? You didn't see the link? Yeah, you should check the link. Do you think the judge is expediting this case fast because he knows he can stop PIP? Well, I don't know how to answer that question. So basically, what's going on? If because this is America, right? When somebody bring a lawsuit, they have to be heard. It's like there's no way around it. You have to be heard. Um, and meanwhile, the party, because they feel like the program is going to damage a lot of people, then they wanted the judge to put an injunction on it. They filed a preliminary injunction, and the judge granted that. That's why they paused it. So now they have to come up with an argument as to why it has to stop. So meanwhile, they have to I guess the Biden administration, they argued to lift the injunction, but the judge said no until we heard the argument. So yeah, because they have to be heard. That's just how our law works. So yeah, that's why they're there. They're gonna be heard, and we're gonna see whether or not they're gonna win. But I don't think they will win. And maybe they just wanted to go so that in November, when somebody else come, they can just get rid of it if the other administration gets there. But the Biden administration, they have to fight for it. You know, I think they're gonna fight. They are fighting for it. So, in my opinion, I don't think it's gonna work in terms of stopping it. I think it's gonna go through. Yeah, that's what I think. So, Uri, if you want to ask your question, that the link is right there. Just get in the system, and we're gonna get you on the screen so you can ask your question. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm trying to share this D3 news. Let me share my screen just a moment so we can share this news for DACA. Okay. So what I'm saying is this: DACA and DACA advance parole are under threat, and the beneficiary should understand all options before it's too late. The first imminent threat are this: the possibility of a second Trump administration. Basically, if Trump comes back, they're just going to get rid of it altogether, the DACA thing. Or if not, then the possibility that the US Supreme Court could overturn it, be done with it. So if Trump is elected in November, he might try to terminate DACA and eliminate DACA advance parole, which is an essential safety net for DACA beneficiaries who travel abroad to apply for H-1B. You know, advance parole help people. So when they go back, if the visa doesn't work, then they can still come back because they have advance parole. However, or maybe the U.S. Supreme Court can terminate DACA as soon as summer of 2025. So that's why they're asking us to make sure that we, the D3 process for dreamers is too uncertain, fail to properly weigh the importance of expedite. So they're asking us really to make sure that we talk about the D3, okay, and make sure that we help the clients when it comes to their when it comes to their D3 waiver. So at least 40% of people can go without the D3 waiver because when they came here, they were minor. The 10 years didn't really count against them, the bar. However, just for safety, they have to travel with advance parole in order to be safe and make sure that they're going to come back regardless of the denial of the visa, right? But the other one who were already 18 or older when they first got DACA approved, they have the bar, that they have the 10 years unlawful bar, that unlawful presence bar. That's when they need to obtain the D3 visa. Okay, they have to, otherwise how are they gonna get the work visa from outside? So yeah, so basically that's what they're trying to tell us, to help you guys with that. Let me stop right here and see if you have questions. If you have a question, if I have another news, let me see again if I have another news. So anybody has a question about the D3 waiver program, how it works? Okay, let me go back. Okay, let me add. Yes, this is Jesse.
Hello, how are you? How's my audio?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How's my audio?
Say again.
How is my
Oh, it's
audio?
good. Your audio is good. You can, yeah, it's good. You
Because
can.
last time I called, think there was an echo.
Oh, yeah. But I think today we're good.
Hi, Bijoux. I would like to announce two things.
Yes.
I
Go ahead.
have I have a good news. I'm the guy with the pictures of the cows.
Oh, you finally get rid of it.
Yes, I'm finally agreeing, and I would like to thank you so much. It's only because of you and other, just because there is one thing that I wanna tell you. I did hear from you first the
Mm-hmm.
Caracas case from
Uh-huh.
TPS to Kula just status. It is you
Oh, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
who told me about it. On
Okay.
then on I would like to thank you. You are
You're welcome.
awesome, and I'm so happy on as I told you, it's been a long time coming,
Thank you.
long time coming. So I thank you so much. Please do what you do. I will keep on listening to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you are a blessing to all of us. Please, please, people, hire her. I make a mistake, not to hire her
You see?
because I did had already a lawyer. I'm so
Oh, yeah.
sorry, but
Oh, okay.
please,
Oh, that's fine.
yeah,
That's fine. Go
yeah,
ahead.
please hire her. She's good. She's keep on the grinding. She is here every day,
Mm-hmm.
daily, uh, to inform us, to answer our the questions. So let's also support her. Thank you so much, Attorney Bijoux,
You're
and I talk
welcome.
to you soon. Bye bye. I'm so happy.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. So, uh, who else has a question here? Let's say, have they tried to make a path to citizenship for TPS? No. What part are you trying to talk about TPS? TPS holders who initially enter without inspection, usually what they do is if they get married to a US citizen, they will travel on parole on with a travel document outside of the country. And when they come back, they'll be paroled back. Then they can adjust status based on marriage. Other than that, there's no other path. Arthur Franskowski. Other than that, there's no other path. Okay. Anybody else? Yeah, I was trying to see if there's another question, another news about. Okay, again, talking about the D3 visa, can you go about it? Visa officer, they are instructed to consider the fact that the person has a US degree and he's returned to work for a US employer, a significant positive factor in meeting one of the D3 waiver requirement. Okay, that way it's increasing the chances of a waiver approval. Okay. Um, So a D3 waiver for most DACA beneficiaries are now faster, more likely to be approved and subject to an internal review process when waiver is denied. If it's get denied, they can review and see why it got denied. Visa officers are encouraged to recommend expedited D3 waiver processing in the same circumstances when a person has a US degree and is returning to work for a US employer. If a visa officer declines to recommend a D3 waiver for approval, the applicant can ask for DOS, like the Department of State headquarters, to review the decision to find out why they are not benefiting from that D3 waiver. So, yeah, that's something for people to take advantage of it. Yeah. So, and some people say, what is the difference between the D3 waiver and the I-601A waiver? So the D2 waiver is used for temporary visa like H-1B and it's easier to meet the standard, then there's only 3 factors: the risk of harm to the United States if the visa is granted, the seriousness of the grounds of inadmissibility, and the reason for applying for the visa. But the I-601A, you have to prove extreme hardship, and you have to have like a qualifying relative in order to meet those requirements. So yeah. So basically, that's what's going on. It's really considered good for DACA applicant. Why? Because they have option to get advanced parole before going out. So in case it doesn't work out, at least the person will come back because of advanced parole. So that's why you have to take advantage of this D3 waiver program. So what else? Let's see if we have another news, Christian news. Okay, what else we have here? I think that's it, right? Let me double check again if we have another news. Just want to see if we have another news. Okay, hold on. Let me just double check. Yeah, all visas under B1, EB1, sorry, EB2, EB3, they've used up all their visas. Yeah, so people have to wait for next year. Okay. All numbers of visa in the EB1, EB3, and other workers, EB4 and EB5, have been utilized. No green card will be issued until, I guess, next year. So what else? And then parole program for Venezuela, Nicaragua, Haiti, and Cuba is back. I guess that's it, right? That's it. That's it. So anybody else, we're just taking questions right now. If you have a question, just put in the comment. If you want to basically ask your question live, the link is in the description box. You can ask it live. We already answered everybody's questions. I think Jesse, we already answered him too. Who else? Let me know if we did not answer your question, so you can ask your question when we have time. Just waiting for your questions, okay? Okay. I don't think we have any more questions. Okay, we got a question here. Good evening. Pending asylum since 2006, what to do? Lawsuit, that's all you can do. If you want them to call you. If you want them to call you, you can file a lawsuit against them. Then they'll call you. But if you're not going to file it, then you just have to wait. Yeah, that's the only thing that will make them call you is a lawsuit. But lately, I heard that they're calling people. They're actually calling people. That's it. That means if you get a C9 EAD means that your file will be approved. No, that doesn't mean anything. That just means that you're getting a work permit based on a pending green card application. That's it. That's all it means. Because the green card application is pending, that's why you're getting a work permit. While they're working on your green card, meanwhile, you have the right to work. So that's all it means. Okay? BB Nelly, you're welcome. You're welcome. Alavers, I have a question. I submitted my PIP on the 21, but no fingerprint yet. Other cases that were filed are being called for biometric. Is there something wrong with my application? Nothing is wrong. Because they still have to call you for the fingerprint. Eventually, they'll get to your applications. They have a lot of applications. And sometimes they're reusing old fingerprint. So they cannot make a determination without fingerprint. So that's not the stage to know whether something is wrong with your application. You see? So basically, that's not the time to know whether something is wrong with your application, because they have to get the fingerprint to know if you're a criminal before they actually make a decision. So eventually they'll call you. You're just not as lucky as the other people that they're calling earlier, right? Like, yeah, so they'll call you. Don't worry about that, because they can't make a decision without it. So they'll call you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So I guess this is it, right? We don't have additional questions. I hope we answer all the questions. I like to put myself on live on TikTok, but it doesn't allow me to combine because I don't have a lot of followers there. But if I have followers there, then I can put myself there too at the same time, you know. So anyway, yeah, we're just waiting for questions. If you have a question, please put it in the comments so we can answer you to the best of our ability. What age could a citizen child be filed for her parent? 21. 21. Yeah. So after 2 decades, right? I know why they put it 21, so that people will get tired of waiting. Yeah, 21. When your child turns 21, they will they can file for you. When the child turns 21 and the U.S. citizen, of course, they can file for you, provided that you got here with a visa. Anybody else? Okay, so this is it. Yeah, I don't think we have any more questions. Please like, please share. This is it for today. I guess we got everybody. We don't have any more questions. So you can just go ahead and continue to follow us on all platforms. If something else comes up, we will make sure to notify. That's it. This is it. Okay. If anybody need a consultation of me, you know, all the links are in the description box. We don't have anybody on Instagram. Okay. Yeah, this is it for today. Thank you very much. Until next time, probably tomorrow, we'll come back if we have a better news. Until next time, bye-bye.